You can tell. Will you tell men to go through women's phones?
Uh, yes. I would tell women to go through men's phones. I mean, I would tell men to go through women's phones, yes. Because the real her is in that phone.
Oh yeah. Hey, everybody talk about.
She can put on a mask with you for so long, but the real her is in that phone.
I would say go through it, but after you go through it, my thing is, what is your follow up? Are you continue to be with her?
Listen, you gotta see. That's the thing too. You gotta like me. I'm cold with this shit. Like, if I see some shit, I gotta cut you off. So like, if you don't have the stomach to see some shit and be like, yeah, I'm about to leave this bitch, like today, then don't do it. Like, if you go through a phone, it has to be a make or break. Like, it has to be like, okay, either I'm about to go further with this bitch, or this is the end of the road. Like, because if you see some shit and then you don't say nothing and then you just put up with it, then what was the point of you going through the phone?
That's what I'm saying. Because if you just go through the damn phone and get back with her, all she gonna do is gaslight you and shit.
Yeah,
she gonna
Don't even confront her. Don't even confront her on what you see. Just take the mental note, block the bitch after you drop her off, never speak to her again. It's that simple.
What about this? How do you feel about women texting guys and they in the same bed with you though, or calling guys while they with you? How do you feel about that?
Texting guys or calling guys while they in the bed with you?
Or texting? How about texting? Because I seen a post about that. How you feel about that shit?
Texting while they with you? If y'all together, that's fucked up. It's cheating. But if y'all not together, if y'all kicking it or whatever, then thank you, Marquita. I appreciate that. Oh shit.
Now,
girl, I know the fingers tight.
Do you believe all women are the same, or you just gotta understand them?
I used to think all women was the same, but it depends on the woman and what she's been through. A lot of women have been through the same shit because a lot of women go through the same shit because at 18 they have an 800 credit score, and by the time they're 30, they're in the low 400s.
Facts.
So a lot of women at 18 to 25, they can get into doors that most men can't get into. You get what I'm saying? Like, we can't do that shit. God damn, Marquita. Thank you. I appreciate this nigga trying to. But I'm just me. I told my homegirl this. I was like, for us to get on a yacht, we gotta own the yacht. Pay for the yacht. For you to get on the yacht, you can run into a nigga that own a yacht at the store.
Facts. And like Quavo or Travis Scott can reach out to a basic 5 or 6 in your city, and she could be on that boat turned up getting lit. Meanwhile, a guy like me Glorilla is not gonna take me on no boat or yacht with her. She just ain't gonna do it unless I'm a rich nigga. So a basic woman could be with a celebrity if she got a fat ass or if she decent looking. It's just how it is. Now, do you believe should broke men be dating or they shouldn't be dating at all?
Broke men should not be dating. No. Because a woman is an investment. You have to have liquid cash to be able to invest. So if you have no liquid, then you shouldn't be investing. Get your funds up, then be able to invest. She on my ass, ain't she? Alright, now, young Scarf, chill out. Talking about she trying to get.
What are your thoughts on men feeling guilty buying things for themselves, but they'll buy a woman something? Like, for example, a guy go to a basketball game, he'll sit in the damn nosebleed, but to impress a woman, he'll be on the damn floor behind the damn basketball court. What's your thoughts on this madness right here?
Wait, say that one more time.
How do you feel about guys who try to impress women instead of spoiling themselves?
I think that it's a dumb task to do. I think it's a dumbass thing to do because at the end of the day, you put your body through certain shit to earn the money that you make. Like, you should be enjoying the fruits of your labor. Like, and you should be the first one to receive payment when you get paid. Like, Uncle Sam shouldn't get no money before you get money. But he does. But you should be the next in line. Like, it shouldn't be you get paid And then, thank you, Marquita. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, like I feel like as a man, is you should be able to do some shit for yourself. That's why, like every check I get, whether it's from TikTok, my regular job, whatever the case may be, I take 20% out of it for myself. Whether that's just going to grab some shoes, maybe doing a little date, maybe putting it towards a trip for later on in the year, whatever the case may be. But I think you should pay yourself for your hard work, because bro, it's your body. Like you putting your, especially if you work at like a warehouse, a plant, you do delivery, any type of blue collar job, like you're putting your body through some stress. So enjoy the fruits of your labor.
You got to, and it's so sad that guys goddamn do everything to impress a damn woman. Like I just wish more guys would boss up and try to like do shit for themselves and stop worrying about women. I just wish that more. Like, bro, get on your grind, get on your hustle. Do you feel like women at the end of the day really care about the finish line? They don't really care about guys on the grind and the hustle, trying to get it together. They only care about the guys who already got all their shit together.
Yeah, they don't have to care. You know why they don't have to care? Because their timeline is different. They have a shorter timeline. They have to pick a winner. They have to pick the best man. This is why in the jungle, like the nigga who be the lion that be mating with all the lionesses is the biggest lion. The strongest lion. You have to be a dog, bro. You have to be a dog. Because women is out here with a different timeline than us. Remember what I said, bro? They get at 18. They have an 800 credit score. By the time they're 30, they're in low 400s.
But you know what's crazy?
Start off with 400.
But see,
by the time we get to 50, 40 years old, we're in our high 800s. We go through a longer process, but we get our shit on the back end.
But wait. I don't want to chime in. The average marriage age is like 29 to 30, 31.
Thank you, Marquita. Yeah, it is. Nowadays, yeah.
So technically, I think that's a white red pill point. Like, women are dried up at 30. I wouldn't say that because the average marriage is 30 to 31. So women are marrying late. I just feel like when they're marrying late, they've been ran through the ringer, bro. They already been.
Women are marrying late because they're finding men that don't have enough self-worth to get a woman that's younger or to deal with a woman when they're younger. A lot of niggas when they're younger, they're running through women as well. This is coming from a nigga that's 26. When I was younger, I wasn't thinking about getting married. I was thinking about getting drunk, fucking hoes. Like, I was making my money doing my due diligence as a man, but at the same time, I wasn't worried about marriage. So, yeah, 29 to 31 is the average, but let's just be honest. A lot of women by that time, 28, 29, they fucked a lot of men with no commitment. They probably had a few abortions. They probably, and just like the men, they probably did some stupid shit with some bitches they shouldn't have been fucking with. They done fucked on some shit that they shouldn't have, they wouldn't be in public with. We do shit, but I think the best thing that a lot of people can do is try to get married as early as possible.
I mean, that was the way back in years, 40, 50 years ago, people would get married in the 60s and 50s, like about 20, 18, 19, and early 20s. But now, the average marriage is that. But I'm going to say this, too. I just seen the video. What's your thought? I seen the video recently that a cop was in a music video twerking and acting like a thought. Like, what's your thoughts when you see... cop. When you see women in these professions, like, doing that type of shit.
I think at the end of the day, they still women. So, like, they nature is still going to come out in some way, shape, or form. Just like the representative in Texas, Jasmine Crockett, or some shit like that. Like, she literally is a city girl that's a elected official. Like, nigga, tongue out, like, going crazy, all that type of shit. And she's an elected official for Texas. So, I think it's just their normal nature comes out. That's why I brought up the Joy Taylor thing, because Joy Taylor being so pretty and all that, she still knew that she had an advantage over the men. She had a vagina. She could give that out and get to higher stands than the men could because they wasn't willing to fuck. Hey, but hold on 1 second, yo.
Yeah.
Hey, Marquita got a point.
Yeah, I agree. What's your thoughts on the YNs crashing out, these young niggas crashing out and shit? Like, what's your thoughts on that shit?
On YNs crashing out.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the situation, to be honest.
Explain.
Because you might have a situation where it may be a nigga that never been taught how to control himself and control him being angered, right? By men in his family, by his uncles, his dad, his big brother, his cousins, wherever the case may be, right? So they don't know how to express themselves with words. So the first thing they know is to act in violence, which becomes fighting. Then after so long of them fighting and maybe taking a couple L's, they come to a realization that they're not fighting no more. So then they're emotionally immature and they emotionally unavailable, and then they get confrontational with other men. So they crash out. So that's one instance. But the other instance, I can see why some niggas crash out. Like if it's like a family member that got killed or some shit like that. Because I can't tell nobody how to deal with they hurt, especially when it's a loved one. Like some niggas really live by an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And I can't, like, we do that shit as a country. Like if Russia right now killed 2 Americans on Russian soil, nigga, America be like, you know what? We about to go do something about this shit. So I can't really fault the young niggas that may want revenge. I would say just try to get that shit out their heart. But at the same time, I know how that feels to lose somebody close and have that rage to want to do something and hurt somebody, you know? So I can see both sides of the fence. Like, one side, a motherfucker just being emotionally immature and, you know what I'm saying, nobody really taught him how to control himself or his emotions and how to express how he feel without being violent. But then also I can understand the other person that's feeling hurt, feeling pain, feeling like, you know, feeling like they want to get back. So it depends on the situation.
Right. That was kind of long-winded though. But excuse me. What's your thoughts on these women squaring up with men and trying to fight men in the middle of the street, bro? Like, you got a lot of women out here trying to fight these men, bro. Like, I know you've seen the videos going viral. Like, women nowadays are not scared to square with men. How you feel about that shit?
If y'all not scared to square with men, just don't be scared to get hit by them.
I know that's right.
I seen a lot of girls square with men and then they get hit by a man and then they be shocked because that motherfucker hurt so much, and they be like, "You was hitting him. Stop hitting him."
And it's crazy. You be seeing small women talking. You be seeing small women putting their hands on 6-foot men and talking shit. I'm gonna whip your ass and do this, that, and the third. I'm like, bro, this is so disrespectful, bro. Like, I don't get it. Like, bro, I've never seen anything like this right here. Mm-hmm. Like, I see a lot of women crashing out about this shit. And, bro, I mean, you know these women are in binds now. Like, how about this? I got another one. What's your thoughts about, have you seen the movie Set It Off before? Mm-hmm. What was your thought on Nate when Stoney was in the bind? She needed money to get her brother some college tuition, and she had sex for Nate for that money. What's your thoughts on that?
At the time, Stoney was doing what she thought was the best thing to do for her brother's future, but at the same time, she put her morals and her character on display for some money, which is never the right thing to do. And ultimately, I think that was a message in the movie that the director probably threw in there that a lot of people didn't understand. But her initial reason for even doing that, like you said, was to get her brother's tuition. And come to find out, her brother never even got into the school.
Okay, so what do you feel like the director wanted to, what message do you feel like he wanted to convey to the audience?
That it's never worth it. You're never going to get what you want out the deal.
When you corrupt your morals doing wickedness.
When you corrupt your morals and your standards.
So it's always best to stay true, trust Jesus, do it the right way instead of taking shortcuts.
Exactly.
Because initially she didn't want to do it. Now
she thought about it in the temptation of knowing that this one thing she can do, she can get what she needed. And you remember she sat there, she was on top of the car, she contemplated for a second, and then she got in the car.
Cause she didn't enjoy the sex at all. Like,
no, she didn't.
She hated every fucking minute. She was just counting the seconds to this motherfucker stop. Like, do you feel like a man like Nate? We got all, and you know what's crazy about it? We got people like Nate and Stoney every single second, minute of the day. How do you feel about guys like Nate? These type of guys, I call them losers because they really losers to me. But what's your thoughts on guys like that?
I think guys like that use their resources to an advantage, just like women use their beauty to an advantage. How women can get into certain doors because of their beauty, a lot of men use their resources because they know that they can get access to a lot of beautiful women. So them having the money, them having the fame, whatever the case may be, it's easier for them to spend a couple dollars on the woman because to us, right? So like, you got to think, our incomes is like, all right, $300 is a lot of money, right? But to their incomes, $30,000 is $300. Like their income to like spending ratio is the same thing. So they're not thinking of it. If they're millionaires or they got a lot of money, they're not really thinking about this because they're thinking like, well, I just spent $300 to fuck this bitch, but it's $30,000. But they're making $10-20 million a year. We're making 60, 70, maybe 80,000 a year, and you feel me? We thinking like 300-400 is a lot of money, which it is, but it's just a different spectrum. So I don't blame niggas like Nate or just men in general that use their resources to get women, because shit, women use their beauty to get in doors that they would never get in if they were.
Me, I don't respect what Nate did. I mean,
I don't respect it, but
it's lame shit. Like this, I mean, dude, she didn't even like that shit. Like, that's why I could never pay for sex, in a sense. Like, that's why I don't really like going to strip clubs and shit like that, because it's like, she just doing it just to do it. Like, it's just, it feel like a job. It feel like I'm paying a mechanic to fix my car. Nigga, that ain't my buddy or my friend or my homie. Like, he's doing his job because I'm paying him. But yeah. But if you had to guess, how much money you think it was for him to give out this type of discretionary income, Nate?
I think it was like $2,500 or some shit. But back then in the 90s, it would have been like about like 6 racks, 7 racks in our time.
You right, because money was different.
Bread. Remember, she asked for an advance.
Yeah.
She asked for an advance on her check. And he was like, "You get the money when I'm done." You understand?
Yeah, that nigga spent how long you think that session was?
Shit, I don't know. That's the crazy part. But I know that if Stoney would have stood on her morals and shit, then niggas like Nate can't exist.
But women not doing that. Women thinking about the next chick.
It's like a double negative.
But let's just say Nate is an old man, so the session probably lasts maybe 15 minutes. That nigga old, he ain't lasting long. Probably less than that. That nigga wasted $3,000 or $4,000 on a nut. Nigga, you could have took a vacation and got some more ass. I just think it's stupid. It's just ridiculous how niggas would spend money on their dicks, bro. I don't love my dick that damn much.
Yeah. Some niggas be too loyal to their flesh. That's the problem.
Carnal feelings. And it's crazy because a lot of women thinking about, they're in survival mode, so they thinking about, okay, if I smash this old head, this old dude, I can get some school clothes, I can get some bikes for the kids, some toys for, like, Christmas time coming up very soon, bro. Before we know it, Christmas will be here. You know they gonna be thotting and plotting out here before the end of 2025, bro. So they gonna try to scramble and scrape to get toys and shit.
But they about to start popping their shit right now. It's about to start getting warmer.
Oh yeah. All the thoughts.
Man, they thawing out right now.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing to me how. It's amazing to me these women are really not financially stable like that, bro. Like that's what I realized. Me being financially stable and having my own place, I gotta be careful where I stick my meat because, bro, I could be a fucking lick to a bitch, bro. You You know what I'm saying? Niggas like me and you could be a lick to a woman, bro. They feast off niggas like us.
Yeah.
So yeah, this shit crazy though, man. Shit. I was about to say this is my last one. What advice would you give your younger self, man, on dating?
On dating?
Yeah.
Don't love somebody off performance, because when they stop performing, what foundation is you basing your love on? Don't love people off performance, because we humans, and I wouldn't want nobody loving me based on performance, because what happens those days where life just life, and I'm down, I don't feel like it, I'm not good. Like, are you gonna leave me because I can't show up one day? Are you gonna overlook those 1,000 days I showed up? So I don't want to judge people off performance, because then you don't have a foundation. So that's something I would give myself advice if I could go back in time, because I think that's the reason why a lot of relationships don't work, because it's performance based.
Well, why you think in the black community niggas brag about being demons, being shooters, killers, destroying the community? Why you think that's popular? Like,
because white people found a way to make revenue from it.
Damn, I think you're right about that. Like,
yeah, like it's glorified, and it's what we see. It's really glorified, and that's what a lot of young niggas see. So they want to become what they see. This is why back in the day they had shows like The Cosby Show, Family Matters, shit like that. They had conventional families. They had A Different World. They had shows where showing motherfuckers going to school, becoming engineers, doctors, lawyers, all that shit. That was inspiring motherfuckers to become that. When we started seeing BET and 106 in Park and hoes shaking asses and niggas wearing jewelry and chains and throwing money in the club, and we continuously kept seeing it and kept seeing it and kept seeing it.
It was socially programming us.
Exactly. Exactly.
Now, why do you think so many people care so much about these celebrity lives that we been desensitized to our own lives? Ooh, excuse me. We've been desensitized to our own lives, not focusing on building our own. We worrying about keeping up with the Kardashians. We worrying about keeping up with Jada Waiter and Ari Fletcher and Lil Baby on Instagram and Moneybagg Yo, instead of really getting to the bag ourselves. You see what I'm saying? Why you think that's not the priority in the community?
Idolatry. Black people love celebrities.
Wow.
We think that celebrities are leaders. We'll let other groups of people ask a celebrity a question, and we think like, oh well, they got money, they can talk for us. Nah, we don't do that in no other group. You don't see them going to go ask motherfucking the person who played Captain America what he feel about the politicians and the shit that's going on. But they'll go ask Quavo.
Man, I feel like all celebrities are fake as hell. Like all they do is say the same. All of them Democrat. All of them say the same damn thing. They don't care about helping the black boys or helping schools or helping these laws and policies in the damn community. They don't worry about bringing STEM back, science, technology, engineering, and math. They not bringing that back in the community. They don't want to do that shit. All they care about is marketing. I don't give a fuck about celebrities' lives, bro. Like, I feel like the Kardashians was the worst thing, bro. Black folks are tuning into these motherfuckers with no talent, no nothing. People keeping up with the Kardashians more than their own kids. They worried about Keisha Cole and finding love, but they're not worried about their own life. Like, bro, it's crazy to me. Like, why are we the only community that worship these celebrities? Just because they got money and a talent, we think that's the end all be all. Like, by and large, okay, they made it out, but why do we just look at that because they rich and with money? That doesn't necessarily mean successfulness. You see what I'm saying?
No, I definitely see what you're saying for sure.
Like, motherfuckers look at Kevin Hart as a god because he got money. But last time I checked, if Kevin Hart died, they gonna put him in the same casket they put my ass in, bro. He can't take none of that money with him. Like, I ain't seen no millionaire or billionaire like Elon Musk is a multi-billionaire, bro. That motherfucker can't bring nobody back from the dead.
No, once you gone, you gone, for real.
I ain't never seen nobody get a time machine with money. Can they go back in time and change shit? If that's the case, a lot of people wouldn't even be in jail right now. They could go back and change that 30 seconds. It only take 20 to 30 seconds to ruin your life, bro. Just 1 minute. 30 seconds to a minute to ruin your life. I haven't seen a billionaire invent a time machine, so I don't understand. I understand we need money, but I'm just saying, like, why do people worship money? Because I feel like nowadays money is the end all be all in the clout. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Because times is hard.
Mm.
Economy is hard. People are scared. They not want to be homeless. So everybody main goal right now is to make money. And even if it's immoral, they'll try to still make it. That's why a lot of people creating OnlyFans, doing pornography, robbing people, selling drugs. They're doing a lot of immoral things to make the money.
And that's it. All they're doing is getting the white man pockets rich. You're going to be in that white man jail cell, in the white man system. And people fail to realize once you get that record, once you get a felony, especially a felony, you can no longer get a home or apartment or get a home mortgage to you. You can no longer get a good, decent job. You can no longer, like, you know what I'm saying, do any of that stuff. You basically are scarred for life. Once you get a felony, bro, like, you can't live in certain areas. You can't get anything. I just feel like, this is what I heard. This is a quote right here. Don't try to ball out for one summer on Instagram and end up doing 5 to 10 summers.
That's crazy.
I'm going to say it again for all y'all in the chat and everybody. Do not try to get these. This is another thing I see. People getting these fake checks, scamming and shit. Y'all need to stop. That shit is not y'all hustle. Y'all ministry, bro. That is not y'all hustle. Do not try to flex on the gram for a summer and end up doing 5 to 10 summers, bro. Money ain't everything, bro. Getting it the long way and the hard way is sometimes the best thing. Trying to take shortcuts in life never end out good, bro.
Nah, facts.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah, man. I appreciate you coming on, gang. Ask you them questions and shit, bro.